We, of course, are continuing on with this round of 7. We're in heat number 3. As the boys said before, we concluded 2 yesterday. We went on hold a few times this morning, just assessing those conditions. We did forecast that maybe we're going to be off for the whole day, but a lot of local reports suggesting that very contestable conditions out here as that tide begins to drain out and the swell starts to push. On deck this morning, a couple of Brazilians, M.Correa, de Souza making their way through the early rounds, as did M.Tudela, the Peruvian, and previous finalist J.Freestone from last year. As we look to this, if you do bow out in this round, you're going to take either 1,000 points or 1,100 for a third place. As we see M.Tudela, he's going to open his account and the first wave of the day. Nice clean inside one. Bit of water on the face, but a 3-turn combo to start things off. Just getting his feet in the wax. Pick up on the Peruvian on the inside here. So, of course, the next one being in Huntington Beach. And let's pick up on M.Tudela here. Nice little smooth face, a little bit of lip to work with here. He goes for 2 open face re-entries, a little foam climb. So just a smaller one to start for M.Tudela. So as I suggested at the start, nice clean faces. This is J.Freestone, our former finalist, on his backhand with that fresh hairdo. Just recognising not a whole lot of shoulder on that one, so going for a bit of flair. A lovely little 180. Sticking with this one, real workmanlike. A lot of hooks in the pocket there. As we welcome Gig Saliers fresh from the jog from the morning deck to the booth. Expect for a lot of shuffling to happen in those rankings points. So this is de Souza, former world champion, on his backhand here. Great to see him here. Ballito looked really sharp the other day. He's found one with a bit more wall on it. Those left-handers running down into the wind, still offering clean faces and long lines for the surfers. And managing to sit with this one and fit in a flurry of manoeuvres. de Souza.
Let's have a look at that 6-point of de Souza. Pretty unanimous across all 5 judges here. Lovely little swing as he gets the combination moving. De Souza, nice. He has a nice little clean bowl section. Not a massive rip into it, but he just keeps it all smooth and efficient. That was a nice little chip. Changes the pace through the turns there as well. So a little variety with going both left and right. But I'm thinking with the blustery conditions this morning, the guys are going to be looking to go into the air as we just see here now.
Yeah, M.Correa, as you suggested, spinning to win on that one. Just releasing the tail, but that one running away from him, so no combination beyond that one. We had a laugh earlier on that de Souza, not familiar with this contest, not the first time here. You told us your great story of how you pulled him from a broom cupboard when he was a young surfer. We'll pick up on that story a bit later on because M.Tudela is getting very busy here, going to the air and using that wind to his advantage. Looking for a connection down the line. Not a whole lot of speed, but still manages to get some pop rotation on that air. Well, of course, we've still got Geordie Smith as well. Still
Okay, there we go.
M.Tudela here?
Well, let's have a look at this little chip there. We said that we're going to capitalise on this very strong sideshore wind for day 5. M.Tudela, nice, loosens it up and then almost repeats the process, their little small watered-down version of that first major.
Well, speaking of banking on numbers, M.Tudela, he got a 6.83 for his last one. So he's backed up his 4.67, looking good in first at the moment. As we just check out the short interval in the swell, pretty indicative of a windy swell. It's not come from a long way out to sea. J.Freestone here for his second one. You can see him looking down the line. He's going to use this wind to his advantage, but just doesn't match the rotation of the upper body with the board. That one just kicking out on him.
Of course, J.Freestone, one of those surfers doing both duties here, trying to find the qualifying series points and, of course, focusing on J-Bay next week.
Yeah, M.Correa, he won't be at J-Bay, but he's going to try and make sure he gets some more points so he can start to look towards there.
So a tale to tell there with that 6.83. And you'll probably go straight back to the formula here.
Well, why wouldn't you? 6.83, it's working for him. He's got it in the bag of tricks. Just an in and out, that one coming from too far behind the section.
Souza's combination on the back end for the 6. So a couple of things to talk about here as we see Adriano back at it.
Well, this is ADS on his backhand. I love how far behind the whitewater they come and just how these guys carry so much speed. But you can see that one's pretty flat in the shoulder, so the guys will have to start looking for the ones with the ramps on them and those vertical walls, as we see a great paddle battle. And this looks like ADS here. He's in third priority, so he's got nothing to lose. So swings the dice in this one. Lovely little chip on the first. Comes around with plenty of speed. Flares out that little foam climb and just gets ejected in the whitewater for his troubles.
As the tide dropped out, there were equal opportunities maybe in both directions, but certainly here with the cross-shore wind going right to left across screen, I'm not thinking it's a bad thing for the late start. And I think as we go through the low tide at 11:30 this morning, could actually get a couple of nice bowls as the tide comes in.
Well, Adriano de Souza's got a nice little bowl here. He's got 2 turns on this one. He's going to want to finish this one off. And as you'd expect, he does so. He goes nice and vertical. You can see the experience in that turn, Giggs. He was going to go bigger, but recognised, hey, I've just got to lock something else in here and be a little bit safer. Know that he's capable of. Let's have a look at it again.
Well, he spoke of the bowl, gets it in the top corner. That's going to get the attention of the judges. Judges love it when you go from one turn to another, so those are smooth combinations and transitions. And there you said he kind of didn't overextend on that. Have a look at M.Correa here. This is his opening wave, I believe, a 5.17, so this is going to set the pace. Strong wrapping turns. One of those bowls that's just feeding at a steady pace here, gets that upper body involved in it. So there's power, there's flow, there's a whole bunch of things there for the judges to think about. And, well, de Souza in third place will need a number.
J.Freestone, he's waited for a little while for this one. Opens up with a little scissor hit there. See the body language. He's waiting for this one to draw some water off that inside bank and stand up. And now he's going to get to work again. Another little hook in the corner. What's he going to finish with? Just be that inside section. A little challenging for the timing of the guys. M.Tudela, the Peruvian, just waiting also for his turn for this to stand up. Speed to burn. Just a little fin ditch there and kind of two minds what to do. So nothing doing on that one. I'm not sure what he did on the outside. We'll see if there was anything of consequence. We'll pull it back to you on the replay.
A couple of sweeps there for M.Correa. Let's have a look at the other goofy footer, M.Tudela. Lovely little loft there. And, well, little inside bowl to try and capitalise on. Judges are working on these numbers, by the way. Delivery from the former world champion.
And then a 4.23 for this man who's down in fourth. And so it says, why not? And with speed to burn.
Ooh.
That one just gets blown away on him.
That was nice. Pop off the lip there until the wind had a say in it.
So, those guys go and lock in, mid-range 5. And that's going to make the requirement even bigger for Jack. So we'll pick up on M.Tudela here. Keep him really busy. This will be his 9th ride of the heat. And he's not minding sticking that open face, and this thing bowls out of the inside.
Wow.
Drops the fins there. So.
Wow. I think that one's going to be a welcoming number. Look at this one. Finds one of these little crossed up bowls, and it's an inshore runner, so it's got this nice hollow pace to it. That's a good bottom turn to sweep combination. Chucks the fins around and pivots on them. Nice squared out landing there as well. So Tudela from Peru, I think, is going to snatch the lead on this one, Scott.
Well, that's why we're in here and not out there in the judging booth. J.Freestone, that's what we're after. Looking to ditch a 4.27. That one just blows him back out to sea. All right, J.Freestone taking to one of the rare right-handers. We saw just the end of his first one. Will he finish this thing off? A real soupy, foamy section. And he likes that there. He's looking for a 5.88. I was critical of his 5.63, saying it was a dangerous score. He was going to need to go a bit bigger. And his body language tells us that just before we picked up on him, he did something.
Well, Scotty, I was critical that maybe there weren't going to be any right-handers on offer, but nice extension here. And there's a bowl that's running along the outgoing tide sandbank here. And Freestone just connects the dots here, wraps a little downshift turn, and then loads up that last one. And that's going to carry some momentum for J.Freestone here.
Trying really hard to get back onto that championship tour. So we pick up Adriano de Souza. Just a quick in and out there. Maybe he's quite enjoying his paddle battles today. Maybe that's what he's here for, just tuning up his paddle battle game. I'm getting seasick sitting here in the booth watching. Under 5 minutes remaining. M.Tudela, he's making the judges keep their fingers honest on the pulse. Trying to come from around this section. You can see he's looking down the line. He knows something big's got to go down. And that was an aggressive spin there. A few incompletes, but that doesn't matter because he's still in second. This man here, M.Correa. Lovely little ditch at the end. He was looking for a 6.34. We'll pick up with what he did on the outside.
The goofy footer, but lovely coverage here from the boys. As you see now, the other goofy footer in the exchange, M.Correa. Judges owe this number, by the way. Nice little squared hit there. Did 4 years. Was he not Rookie of the Year, maybe, back in 2000?
Can't recall. I don't think, maybe.
It's that far back.
M.Correa, well, he's wanting to replicate the J.Freestone formula of going right and supporting my notion that Giggs kicked to the curb.
But, Scotty, a score that's come in for the previous wave of M.Correa, 6.37, is going to help his standings. He's going to bump up to third and reduce his requirements.
As M.Tudela taking a rare right-hander for him. Massive backside float to lobster dive.
Wow.
That was a little aggressive and violent. Adriano de Souza, he says, I'm going to go right too if you guys are. Little soupy section, really hard to maintain his speed through that one. You can see he's just got a quick in and out. That will be all she wrote. Looks as though J.Freestone, Adriana Souza are two more experienced, highly seeded campaigners, taking that one out at the expense of M.Correa, M.Tudela. Very close heat, that one. All surface with a 6 in their scoreline, and the story is all about the backups. What we'll do is we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with more action. This will be round 7, heat number 4. You are watching the Ballito Pro, presented by O'Neill.